Sunini Ramos Untukuashka Antakai. Grand Rising, welcome in, beautiful souls. Just sending out some invites this morning. Grand Rising, welcome in, beautiful souls. This chapstick is almost out. It's like my lips are hitting like the plastic part. Grand Rising, Abby, welcome in. Am I feeling more rested? I would say I'm feeling rested. I think the other emotions are still very present inside of me today. There's a lot surfacing. There's a lot surfacing for me, you guys. I'm really realizing where in my life I'm put in a box or being suppressed. And y'all know me, I don't like to be put in a box. No one put me in a box. Don't do it. It's not going to be good for anyone. So I'm feeling those feelings. So that's where I'm at today. Hello, beautiful Katie. Welcome in. How are you today? Grand Rising. Welcome in, everyone. Thanks for being here. Let me move that. Let's get some cleansing energy. Feeling heavy but grounded. Yes. No one puts baby in a box. It's true. That's the exact saying, yes. I need this space just as much as you guys do. It's such a beautiful space that we have cultivated together. A space of community, a space of coming into love with one another. A space of appreciation to ourselves. A space of peace and ease. A space of reconciliation with self. A space of tranquility and a space of openness. So allow your heart to open today. Grand Rising, welcome in. Right, I'm loving the music as well here. I just feel so good kind of sinking my soul into this sacred place. As a human for the past couple of days, I've been very irritated energetically, and so allowing that irritation to just pass through, to allow it to be seen, to observe it and let it pass down the river of our conscious field into the earth, to be alchemized into something new and to bring more of our spirit into self. Allowing that flow to take place here. Release any comparison or judgment to self. Release any judgment to others that you might be holding on to, that might be weighing you down in your back or in your shoulders. Release any tension out of your lower belly. Hello, Jen, welcome in. Release any tension out of your pelvic floor, giving your body permission to simply float in your essence. Respecting your beautiful spacesuit here. Understanding that it is the strongest technology that we have on this planet. So make sure you take care of expensive things. It is priceless, your body. It is much more capable than you have given it credit for in your limited mentality. Your body naturally knows how to thrive, but you have to give it permission to remember. Remember what it's like to thrive. Today we're really opening up that creative portal. Understanding ourselves as artists through our word, through how we communicate. Drink water, speak love to yourself while you do, absolutely. Feel your heart opening more. Again, coming back to that concept that your words are art. That when you speak, you're creating and you're communicating that you understand that you are part of this creative experience. Give yourself permission to fully understand the creation of your words. In the beginning was the Word. In the beginning, God created. Those stories overlap one another. The Word was creation. The inner Word manifesting outwardly. The inner knowing being spoken aloud to create noise, to create harmony of sound. Each time we speak with love, with harmony, we're creating the new paradigm. Anytime that we let go of jealousy, judgment, comparison, of self and of others. And we create with love, with peace and compassion. We are creating the new paradigm. It all happens within. It is your divine choice to choose the reality you want to live in. It is no one else's choice but yours. Take that personally. Take responsibility of your words, of your creation, of your art. You are a creator and you are an artist. Take full responsibility of that title. Heaven on earth is here within you. Let it be expressed outwardly. Let it be known to others. Niamaramus unuquashka. Tikiria ramus unduquanki niamas. Tesh unuqua ramakwa as. Neli imi ia ramus unuquamakia. You do not need to be understood to be valid. Trust, and you will find your way. No one needs to understand why you take the steps that you do. It's personal. Trust the next step. Trust your feet to walk. Trust your body to listen. Trust your mind to hear, to see, to know. You are a gift. Your body is a gift. The greatest technology on this planet is this beautiful spacesuit that we call our body. Honor it deeply. Honor the temple, a place of deep inner worship to the God flowing through us at all times, to the God within, to the connection we have to the divine. Trust your true spirit, and it will guide you exactly where you need to go. Keep taking steps forward. Victory is here, sliding into new earth. And so it is. And so it is. More creative flow, yeah. Clear your channel. Find peace within. Good. Feel that within your heart. Beautiful. Glad you're here, love. Thank you to everyone that's here. I'll reduce this real quick, and we can talk about the words of the day. We have some overlapping words from our last session on Monday, but the first word, of course, is rest. Grand Rising Pops, welcome in. Rest is, again, it's going to be a key word this week in general. So this week is a week in between two eclipses. We had the new moon eclipse last week, and then I think a full moon eclipse next week on Tuesday. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure. So, maybe Thursday. Not sure. Anyways, so rest, warmth, movement, reconciliation, rose, comfort, grace, rage, expression, art, emotions, and patience. A very beautiful and extended list here today with a lot of different feelings behind a lot of this. So we have kind of that one side of a lot of rest and reconciliation, comfort, warmth. Then we also have the other side of the rage, the expression, the emotions. So again, that's why today there is need for your art to express and to transmute. Whether your art is through word of expression, like we said before, or it is through dance, or it is through actually painting, or it's through creating a new vision for reality. I did make a collage of New Earth and a vision towards that. Oh, this is something I wanted to talk about. The collective right now, because the world has been changing so much, and I'm saying bigger than this collective, because I do think this collective has kind of a vision towards what we want for the future. But the collective as a whole, the collective Earth, feels confused moving forward. They don't know what to believe in. And a lot of people don't have hope. A lot of people don't believe that this world can be a better place. And I think right now, we as light workers and, beautiful souls that are here, we are called to create a very vivid vision of the future. We are called to create a very vivid vision of what we want reality to be, so that others can almost grasp that something beautiful can happen and that it is possible. But it has to happen within the collective field of us. And understanding that more and more of us are connecting with the collective field, the more that you are able to believe in something better, the more that the world will start to catch on. Take divine responsibility of you as an individual soul in the impact that you make. Hi, buddy. Welcome in. Good to see you. Hi. Yes, he just came in. Whoopsies. Rage caught my attention. Yes, rage. There is a sacred rage moving through the collective at this time. A sacred rage to notice where our boundaries are being crossed or where we're being put in a box. That for me has been the case, where I've been put into a box. What's that mean about rage? Grand rising, grand rising. Like I said, that is the time and space for us to recognize where things aren't in alignment for our highest good. We have to notice it. Oftentimes, rage, sacred rage, holds an energy of motivation or ambition behind it. And I do think that there is a sacred rage moving through the collective because of the transit that we had on the 20th with, what was it? Saturn and Uranus? One of those planets, and it was in the 0 degrees of Aries. Aries is very motivational. It's very moving forward. There's a lot of energy behind it. Aries also can be a little bit emotional. Yeah, he's a cutie boy. So right now it's again giving us motivation to change. Saturn and Neptune. I knew it was one of those planets. Uranus is a totally different energy, isn't it? We have to notice where we want to completely change the system. And in that noticing, a lot of times we can feel this energetic frustration, maybe because, again, anger can be a secondary emotion. Maybe because there's things in our life that has pushed us aside from our true authentic being. Maybe there's things in our life that have placed us in certain boxes, like I'm saying. Maybe there's things in our life that make us feel confined to a certain standard of living that we just no longer align to, energetically, spiritually, physically, emotionally. So that's what's coming forward at this time. But again, that's just one part of it. Again, I think sometimes rage can be a motivation. It can be like a force that comes forward in order for us to express our emotions. It's something that says, hey, sit for a moment. Not necessarily sit, but notice for a moment why you're feeling this way. Because if we suppress our emotions and we push them down a lot, then there's going to be a volcanic buildup here. And then when they need to come out, they will come out. And this is happening for the collective. It's happening deeper than just self. But self is going to be the ones to transmute the experience. And so again, this is why expression, art, and emotions, expressing your emotions is very important at this time. Through creative ways, through creation, right? Because we are in this moment of new earth creation. We're in this moment of creating what does feel good to us. And how can we actually set ourselves up for success? How can we visualize and vision the new earth reality as something that is very feasible? We have to do that by wiping away the what I'm hearing is discourse, or wiping away the distraction, or wiping away the tension in consciousness by addressing it, feeling it, and moving through it. Saturn is Capricorn style boundaries. Neptune is Pisces spirituality and dreams. Yeah. Thank you for that, Kelly. That's what we're doing. Creation is very important right now. To alchemize. Creation is like, it feels like creation is the only balance. Not the only balance, but a huge balance that's going to help the Capricorn or the Saturn and Neptune energy is creation. That is where those two can combine. More likely than not, those two energies are kind of different, right? Deep boundaries and deep spirituality and dreams. Those two energies are very different. The way that they can connect is through creation, through expression, through feeling, through noticing where those lines are, through noticing where the boundaries are, to noticing where the box is that you're trying to create in, and then putting that paintbrush outside of that box. And that can be even a thing that you do today. This is a little practice that I learned from someone, is like drawing a box and then drawing outside of the box. Like drawing the box and then seeing yourself in the box, and then just making sure you're going over those lines. Saying, I'm liberated. I am doing healings today, yeah? Am I a healer person? I am. Again, let me read the words of the day today. Rest, warmth, movement, reconciliation, rose, comfort, grace, rage, expression, art, emotions, and patience. Lots of good words in there today. I am sent. Excellent, Vanessa. Let me know if anyone else sent in. Sent on Cash App. Excellent, Katie. I'll send in excellent Allison. I love tuning in with you guys. I really do. I really, really do. It feels good. Thank you for the rose. Thank you. I do have my coffee this morning. Let me show you guys my roses that I got myself because I love them. Look at how beautiful. Just feel their energy. They're very lovely, aren't they? They're very, very lovely. I love getting myself flowers. I love that. I also love giving flowers, but I don't feel like people appreciate flowers the same way that I do. Not everyone, at least. There are some people that appreciate them deeply. I agree. It was a beautiful color. That's why I liked it. It was like a little bit like orangey. There was like an orange color in there, which I think really connects with the sacral, really connects with that beautiful creative energy, right? We have a couple more minutes here today. I'm going to bring some light down through your crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar, sacral, and root. Pushing through the hips, the thighs, the back of the thighs, the knees, the back of the knees, the shins, the calves, the ankles, and the feet. Pushing down into the earth. Grounding in, visualize those roots extending deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into the earth. Grounding with such peace and compassion for the world, peace and compassion for yourself as you're navigating these beautiful transitions. Excellent love. So, excellent, Astrid. I think we have one more spot on the list today, if anyone wants to take it. We have Katie, Allison, Vanessa, Astrid. So, notice your butt today. Feel. Excellent, Sophie. Feel if you're holding tension. So list is closed here. Thank you to everyone that booked before we even got started. Excellent, thank you. Intuitive movement, yes, 100%. 100%. Again, that's why the word movement came in today. Lots of fascial release. Lots of release of old structure in our body, right? The old structure in our body that tenses up. I'm in person at office in the East Coast today. Sending you so much love, Barbie. Enjoy your day. So, again, feeling into the hips, the thighs, the back of the thighs, the knees, the back of the knees, the shins, the calves, the ankles, and the feet, pushing down through the earth, through your roots, extending all the way down, connecting to the crystalline core. Bringing this light through all of our channels here now, being an open vessel of light, channeling light all the way through, sending all the way down to the crystalline core and shifting out to the earth. I just keep getting these waves, these waves of frustration that I'm like having to address. So I guess I'll talk about one thing. It's basically, I was like talking with my dad yesterday, and he subtly said, basically, if you're not following the word of God, the text word, then you're delusional. Ooh. Whew. I said, okay, I'm glad that that's what you believe. Peace out. Because the word of God to me is the word of the living God that flows between all of me. All right, let's go into Katie. After that. Katie, where did you send in love? Sorry. Oh, no. Oh, wait. It's right here, right here. You are God, I am God, amen. Thank you for saying that, Kelly. I think sometimes when I say that type of phrase, people get all weird. My parents specifically. So I don't use it very often, but I agree. All right, beautiful. A 15-minute session here today. Katie, is there anything specific? It does say spirit-led, but let me know if there is anything specific that you do want to tune into. Oh, y'all don't want to... Y'all see a much more neutral or masculine version of self. When I'm alone, y'all don't want to mess with my sass. They botched the word of Christ to divide us from our source. Absolutely. 100%. I agree with that. I agree. I have some remembrance of losing home, tribe of past life played out in this lifetime. Ooh, remembrance of losing home. I'm excited to put these pieces. Be still and know that I am God. Come on, Kelly. Hey. It's okay, I gotta say something real quick. On the top of my parents' stairs, right, they have this huge cross wall, which, you know, I honor it for them. That's their altar, that's their experience, right? And that's something that I keep very sacred to me, is I want to still honor their religion and their spiritual self. But when it keeps creeping into my spiritual practice, that's when I'm like, stop. You can have your experience and I can have mine. But anyways, on the top of the stairs, there's this huge quilt image of a cross, and in the middle it says I am. And growing up, every day I saw that. I am, and it always hit me so deeply. And so to understand and to see that, I learned the Christed way from that expression, whether it was to you know, whether their perception of it is different than mine. I learned so much from that phrase of I am that I saw every single day walking up the stairs. It's just kind of funny. Anyways, sorry you guys. Coming back, remembrance. Remembrance of... Okay. Process grief and shadow. All right, let's see what we get into. I think it's going to be very interesting. It's always fascinating when I come into these because it's like, I have no clue what we're going to go into. My third eye again is popping off. It's been really bright the last couple days. All right, let's get into it, Katie. Let me get my energy ready and we'll get started. I might change the music, actually. All right, let me get my energy ready and we'll get started. Hello, welcome in. kind of have a feeling I know what we're going to be tuning into. Put a heart in the chat when you are ready, Katie, and we'll get started. Again, this is a 15-minute session. Stick around for the secondary energy codes of this healing. We're all going to learn together because we are all an understanding of oneness. Beautiful. I love the orange heart. Put a hand on your heart, put a hand on your belly. Let's take 3 deep breaths in together. Take a deep breath in. Ooh, God, feeling some emotions coming up in this one. Okay, so the first thing that I tuned into before I actually even breathed in with you was the concept of Lemuria and Atlantis is coming up for this session. And it feels as if, again, because we are clearing the wound around Lemuria and Atlantis, it might be coming up a lot in the collective field. The other thing that I saw, let me know if it's glitching for anyone else. Also, let me know, Katie, if that's glitching, and I'll stop for you. But the other thing that I saw, the second image that I saw was Lemurian waters. The second thing I saw was a snake eating a mouse, and the mouse represented divine innocence, and the snake represented almost like a lesson. It's like a lesson being learned that had some vapor behind it or some venom behind it. But the lesson was still necessary to be learned. So it's not necessarily bad, but it's one of those things that we're learning from. But again, the mouse represents divine innocence, which is what they're showing me is your experience in Lemuria was this experience of divine innocence, this beautiful place of a matriarchy, a beautiful place of healing and tranquility, a connection into the waters, a connection into your spiritual side of life, and it was a very beautiful and profound place. During this time, there was political upheaval and upheaval of the Atlanteans, as the Atlanteans chose a path that was not in the highest good of all of mankind. They chose a path where they wanted to take a shortcut in consciousness and raise their consciousness technologically. Through doing this, they opened many dark, negative portals that the world all saw. And so Lemurians also had to go through immense changes because of the negativity that was opened up in these spiritual spaces. Okay, so this is something that I'm seeing here is this loss of the innocence that Lemuria once had, and the need to hide from others and from deep spiritual sovereignty. And so I'm seeing your energetic field then dipping underwater and hiding in the earth and hiding in, these lower temples of light, which is beautiful. And those lower temples really did help your consciousness stay innocent for a long time, but it was also hard for you to hide this light because the surface was not ready for it at that time because of all of the darkness. This is coming forward now because you're on this planet to bring that light forward. You no longer have to hide the divine innocence or hide your divine sovereignty. This is why this concept of inner peace is also coming forward for you. Because you're finally in the place where your energy is regulated enough to say, I can actually hold all of the light that is possible in me. I don't have to diminish it or dim it for anyone or anything. And the most potent thing that I have on this planet is divine choice. And I get to choose to be fully in my light. I do not need to suppress it due to the darkness any longer. I am fully liberated in my truth. And I was working with a client yesterday that asked me, how do I not attract negative entities to me? And the thing that I had said when I was kind of channeling in is hold the divine innocence and spray that towards any negativity around you so that they diminish into forgiveness. You do not need to magnetize dark experiences to you any longer. It is no longer a part of your magnetic alchemy. There is unity consciousness within you that is calling you to fully open that up into your field. I'm feeling the heart kind of expanding here. So your Lumerian descent is kind of coming to the surface is what I am feeling. Your Lumerian remembrance of divine innocence is being asked to fully be held and be seen. Spray innocence, yeah. And allow anything around you to crumble into forgiveness. To fully see. Because I think sometimes when we have this concept of an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, we're just continuing a cycle. But if we spray divine innocence, it's not necessarily that same type of battle. It's kind of submission. It's kind of asking the other to fully submit into their divinity. And you're holding a space to watch them accept the light. Does that make sense? So if we're dealing with dark energies or dark entities around us, witnessing them transitioning into the light can sometimes be the most powerful thing that you can do. Sometimes just pushing them away isn't actually helpful. It just keeps magnetizing them back to you. Again, I hope that this is making sense. They all need light through forgiveness. Yeah. Just want light too. They do. And this is something that's happened. And I want to talk about this real quick, but with the Epstein files opening up, there's a lot of beings that have been stationed in this lower realm that have wanted their story to be heard. And through this exposing, there is so much liberation happening in the spiritual realm. There are so many beings that are lifting up, that they're finally heard. But they were sitting in this density and this darkness because of what they went through. Trying and wanting anyone to hear their story. And now that their story has been heard, so much of this density on earth is now raising. And now we're seeing so much more light being able to be exposed in the body. This is connection here with you, Katie. Opening the heart up more, grounding the heart into deep innocence and deep compassion. Confirmation goosebumps, yes. Sunu arama skundukua ishkanene kiki arama sunukua kia. Sutuku eshkadetekia arama unsungukua eshkadeteki kia, because I can't keep hate absolutely 100%. 100%. It's good. It's good to bring it to the surface, right? It's good. It can feel very liberating, right? Bringing back that divine innocence through those moments of expressing feelings and letting them go. There's a liberation of I no longer need to hold on to this. But I'm grateful I experienced it because I'm now aware of the liberation that took place. I'm aware of being liberated. I'm aware of being free. Beautiful, beautiful. So, good morning, teacher. I have 3 people watching from Skype. I love that, Jason. Welcome in. Seeing unicorns. Yes, beautiful. Okay, so that in itself, right, that's the liberation. When we come back to the divine innocence, which we've talked about before, the divine innocence represents the inner child. It represents fully feeling safe in ourselves. The inner child is very, very connected to the magical realms on this planet. The inner child doesn't know the difference between the subconscious and the subconscious, or the subconscious and the conscious. The inner child doesn't know the difference between reality and what might be a dream. This is why the divine inner child inside of us, when we can hold deep innocence, allows us to create. The inner child held in the sacral chakra, right? The creation chakra allows us to create from that space of divine innocence, and we can create a new reality altogether. Divine innocence, very, very, very important in creation. So coming back to the first heart that you sent was, I'm pretty sure it was an orange heart. Again, connecting you to that sacral chakra. It's a very, very important part of your field today of creating inner peace. It is a creation. It is something that you have control to do, because you have choice, I think is the better word than control. You have choice, divine choice. That's what all of us are remembering and learning, especially even with all of this is coming together, right? Especially with that concept of Lemuria and Atlantis. Now we are coming back to remembering our divine choice to take our power back. Say, no, we're not going to be suppressed. We're not going to be suppressed to the darkness. We're going to be liberated through our light. And even liberated through the darkness. Because I think that's something that's very much untouched or misunderstood. Is that both hold an aspect of liberation. When we're constantly just expecting perfection, that in itself can be a shadow. When we're allowing ourselves to make mistakes, and to allow ourselves to have grace with ourselves when we make mistakes, we get to learn and we get to grow, we get to enhance. So sometimes, again, there's liberation in that shadow as well, that we need to acknowledge. Bringing more light down through your crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar, sacral, root. I'm moving my hips a little bit back and forth to just get this energy moving. Down through the hips, down through the thighs, the back of the thighs, the knees, the back of the knees, the shins, the calves, the ankles, and the feet, pushing down into the earth. Bring all of this beautiful liberation, this divine innocence, this inner peace all the way through you, to connect it through your roots, to create a beautiful and strong foundation in your reality. And bring it down into earth as we create this strong foundation for all of reality. All the way down to the crystalline core. Wrap your roots around the crystalline core and send this energy out into the collective consciousness as we all shift together with this divine innocence, this inner peace, this inner connection to self and our creativeness. Bringing this energy back up to your roots, feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, all the way up into the heavens, allowing this to be your truth if it feels right to you. Bringing this energy all the way back down and around you. And so it is. And so it is. Feel the liberation in your field. Feel the clearing of your field. Feel the strength of your divine innocence in your field. Releasing out any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it flow. Letting it go, letting it flow. Letting it go, letting it flow. We are all sparks of the divine, absolutely. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I see you, I love you, I honor you. Bringing golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected. Bringing abundance all the way through you and into the collective consciousness field as we all shift together. Take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. My energy is mine. And so it is. And so it is. There you go, beautiful soul. Oh, thank you for being here, Paul. Welcome in, beautiful souls. How are you feeling, Katie, after that session? Felt like there's like different energy. I think there's like a lot of different energy codes that are coming in for me specifically. There's a lot of different energy that's playing a part in my field. And I do feel just so much influence on the Atlanteans and the Lumerians in my experience right now, because there's a lot of reconciliation happening, right? That's, again, one of the words of the day, reconciliation. That's happening. All right, next up we have Allison, then Vanessa, then Astrid, and then Sophie. Feels like strength of knowing who I am. Absolutely. Again, these sessions are just divine reflections back of what we know and who we are to help empower us into the I am presence, into knowing the I am. And I am, the statement of I am is like an action in a way. It's an action. It's a knowing. It's not just something that is, it's something that continues to be, right? It continues to grow, expand. All right, Allison. Allison, where did you send in love? I felt it in my heart chakra. Yeah, the heart chakra has been, whew, big for me. I drank some cacao this morning because I needed it. And I wanted to see how I was going to react to it in the morning, because I have been drinking it at night. Because I just really didn't want to be mad today. I was like, Spirit, please open my heart. Please open my heart. So let me know, Allison, where you sent in love. For some reason, my computer is glitching here. Why does it look like that? Okay, that's what I thought. All right, all of the sessions today are 15-minute sessions. Bless. Let me see. I think I might actually have to use the bathroom. Sometimes I have to like sit in this knowing, because when I'm channeling, it like my body symptoms feel a little bit different. But I think I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick, and then I'll come back and we'll get Allison started, okay? Sit and integrate what we just learned in that last session. I gotta step into a meeting. I'll catch you on Friday. Have an amazing day. Thank you for being here, Abby. I appreciate you as a moderator. Yes, and she also said, drink water if you are here. So if you are here, this is a good reminder to drink water. I think sometimes I can forget, so this is my reminder. Whew. All right. Allison, what is it that you would like to work on today, love? Anything specific? By water, you mean second cup of coffee, right? I don't know if that's what I meant, but hey, I can't judge. I do love me some coffee though, y'all. I really do. I would suggest some water though. Is what I gotta say about that. I would suggest some water. At least like a little bit in between. I will drink some coffee though too. Allison, let me know. I don't know if you sent something. I didn't see it. Let me know if there's anything specific you want to work on. Oh, there it is. Dizziness and hips. I've worked with the dizziness. Dizzy spells, definitely. Coffee is flavored water. It can be, but it's also a diuretic, so it's actually dehydrating you. So there is importance in having hydration. Old injury in hips. Is it on both sides or on one side more specific? Which side is it for you? Left or right? My right. Okay, good to know. Yes, as your healer ordered, water with a pinch of mineral salt. Absolutely. You can even put mineral salt, never mind. I was gonna say in your coffee, but that won't do as much. All right, let's get into this one. I'm gonna get my energy ready. We'll get started. Do you have any ghost stories? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I was actually talking about that yesterday. I want to say real quick, I love my job so much. I'm so beyond grateful to do what I do. All right, Allison, let's get started. Put a heart in the chat when you're ready. Again, this is a 15-minute session. If you're here, you can receive the secondary energy codes or just learn from these type of healings. This is here for the collective to all heal together because we're changing the world casually. Put a heart in the chat when you're ready. There we go. Hand on heart, hand on belly. Take 3 deep breaths in together. Take a deep breath in. So I do want to ask some questions about, yes, I do love what I do, Shauna. I think you should. I want to ask you some questions about your hips and your hip, specifically on your right, because I'm feeling it. It actually kind of feels like it's moving out a bit more. Do you do exercises? And if so, what type of exercising do you do? If not, that's okay too. Just let me know, because I don't want to give you advice that you're already doing. For the dizziness, that is connecting in with your third, I almost said third eye, but I meant to say third chakra, your solar plexus. There is a shift in your confidence of being, because you're feeling the dimensions a lot. You're experiencing, it feels like dimension sickness as everything is shifting around you. So necessity to stabilize and feel into your core. Not really a clean house for a living. Okay, clean house is for a living. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So I am going to suggest movement routine that is very light. It doesn't have to be a lot. I know that when you clean houses, you're constantly moving anyways, and you're doing a lot. You're bending over. You're using that hip crease a lot. What I'm actually feeling from your hip is that it's actually moving over, like it's unlatching from the trauma of the injury. And when it's unlatching from the trauma of the injury, other muscles have to start to strengthen, and they're going to start to be pulled differently. So the feeling that you're feeling could even be a little bit different. It might be similar. You might just be like, it's pain. I'm not really thinking about what type of pain it is. It's just kind of pain or irritation. But I'm actually, again, I'm feeling this like moving of your hip over so that it's not as clenched in with trauma. It's actually starting to open, which is a really beautiful gift. But as this is opening, you are going to have to facilitate connection with your body. And again, even with what we're talking about with this dizziness, connection with the core. So this might be your real deep call to say, if I want a long lasting healthy life where I'm not constantly in pain, this might be my time to have to start to take care of that physical presence. And that might seem overwhelming right now, but just keep thinking about this after we talk about it, and start to put it in your schedule every day after work, when you come home, before you take a shower or something. You know, sit on the floor and just stretch out your legs a little bit. You can put a little YouTube video on of stretching your legs, of strengthening your hips, because that's going to be something that's important for you, is strengthening the hips in the correct order, if you will. Because for a while there's been a lot of trauma hunked in on your hips that are now finally dispersing. So you're going to have to re-strengthen the hips in the way that is most beneficial to you. So that's what I'm feeling towards that, as well as, again, coming into the core strength. Your body is asking you to stabilize your balance. So when we're feeling very dizzy, or we can feel unbalanced sometimes, that is because our core strength isn't as activated as it wants to be. We're in some way out of alignment with our inner musculature, and the muscles are really, really strongly activating right now with all of the light that is coming in. So if we're not having a strong physical foundation for all of the light to come in, it's going to be very overwhelming to our body to receive the light that we are asking to receive. We're going to have a harder time to embrace the changes that are happening energetically at the cell level, at the electron level, because our physical structure isn't in alignment with our body. So this might just be your call to take a little bit step further, one day at a time. It doesn't have to be a lot, but just maybe some hip stretches, maybe some hip strengthening. That's what I'd suggest to you. And take it slow. Take it very slow. Just jumped on, guess it was meant to be. Absolutely love that, Ashley. Okay, let's bring some light in, down through the crown. So I know that with dizziness, it can feel like it's up here. It is naturally tends to be down here, actually. When it is happening down here, it'll make the upper part of us feel unbalanced. But I am going to bring just some more light down in through the crown, the third eye, and the throat. And also, I don't know if you're experiencing any nausea, but also just releasing out any nausea here in your body as well. Nausea and dizziness can often go hand in hand. Trust me, I have experienced a lot of this. I've experienced a lot of the symptoms that you're going through. Bringing this light all the way down through you. And as I'm bringing it through the solar plexus, I want you to feel the strength in your core. I want you to bring that belly button deep into your spine. I want you to feel those two connecting. Activate the core and release whenever you want. But just slowly throughout the day, even noticing, okay, where is my posture? How can I be in more alignment? How can I feel sturdy in myself? Yeah, it's also something with the hips. It's very necessary to notice the lower back. So oftentimes if we have an overextended back, we're really going to be arching that back, and we're going to be putting our butt a little bit farther back. We're getting a huge arch in the lower back. I want you to kind of tuck that tailbone in just a little bit more and feel your core starting to activate here. That is a proper strength that you're going to be learning. Again, I kind of feel like this isn't necessarily the message you want to hear, but discipline is the only thing that cannot be faked. So take accountability of your devotion to self and the responsibility that you have within your physical body. Bringing more light down through the solar, the sacral, and the root. Pushing through hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, and feet. Pushing down into the earth, grounding down. The hips tend to be the places where we hold a lot of trauma. So again, as you're starting to feel some more opening or some pain coming in, that means that your trauma is wanting to release itself. Again, can you give yourself what your body is asking for? Your body naturally knows the medicine it needs. It's just a matter of listening. Moving through hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, down into the earth, grounding through your roots. Grounding all the way into the earth. All the way down into the crystalline core. Wrap your roots around the core, and I want you to kind of pull up on the core. So you're feeling that root chakra really connecting, magnetizing to that core as you're being pulled down with gravity. And now feel that root chakra starting to release down with gravity. Any energy out of the hips that is not of service to you. And again, physically, you're going to be able to do more work on this, since this is more of a physical experience. You're physically going to need to be there for yourself here. Even bought a treadmill? You bought a treadmill. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this can also be a reason though that you might not want to walk on the treadmill, is because your hip hurts. So then it's like this cycle of like, well, I bought a treadmill to help my hip, but my hip hurts, so I don't want to walk on the treadmill. Valid. I genuinely will suggest starting with stretching. Start with feeling into your body, and then once you feel good after you stretch, then get on the treadmill. Because if you start walking and you're holding all of this pressure and this tension and this discomfort throughout your day of house cleaning and housekeeping, then you walk on the treadmill, there could be, a limp. And we don't want to necessarily walk with a limp. We want to start to open ourselves up first. That's what I'd suggest. A little bit of stretching before you walk. But you have a treadmill. That's perfect. Start to use it. This is your call. This is your divine call. 1111, shout out, 1111. Okay, so what I'm also feeling here is as if I'm like untwisting like a screws in the hips is kind of what I'm feeling. Foam roller while stretching, yes. I'm like specifically visualizing a ton of different stretches that have really helped for me, but it's going to be different for everyone. Everyone's experience with their body and everyone's experience with their muscles are going to be different. So I'm almost going to like loosen a little bit of these screws so that your hips are going to be a little bit more open to experience cathartic release through movement. I bought a yoga mat too. Yes, come on. You got it all, right? You already got it all, Allison. It's here, it's ready, and now this is your divine call for action. This is your divine call to action. Good. All right, again, I'm going to come back and stabilize the solar plexus here as we're opening the solar a bit more. I'm going to put an energetic Merkaba around your solar plexus to kind of help you shift through these dimensions without dimension sickness. Is going to kind of help you stabilize, and then all around your aura I'm going to put an energetic Merkaba to again help you move through these transitions, but also to keep you focused, because right now the focus for you again is physical focus. How can you physically connect with yourself? Walking in itself is going to be very beneficial because you're going to learn balance as well. Even just by walking, we learn balance because we have to stabilize our core. Stabilizing our core is going to be really helpful to move out of nausea and move out of dizziness. Notice your hips, relax. Let those screws out just a little bit more. The screws are screws of tension that we screw into our hips when we want control. I want control. Let those screws just unscrew just a little bit at a time. Just a little bit at a time. Until we can really feel those hips relax. Letting those muscles heal on their own through connection with self. Okay? Bringing some more light down through your crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar, sacral, and root. Pushing through hips, thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, down into the earth, grounding down. Rooting into the earth. All the way down to the crystalline cord. Bring this message to all of those on the earth that need it, that have been very mentally motivated, but now is the call to action to physically motivate self into taking care of thy temple. Bringing this all the way through the collective. Bringing this back up through your roots, feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, all the way up into the heavens. Allowing this to be your truth if it feels right to you, and bringing this energy all the way back down and around you. And so it is. And so it is. Releasing out any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow. Letting it go, letting it flow. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out. Appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I see you, I love you, I honor you. Bringing golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected. Bringing abundance all the way through you and into the collective consciousness field as we all shift together. And so it is. Take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. And my energy is mine. And so it is. And so it is. Sometimes coming back to my body is like, then all of the stuff that's in my life are resurfacing that I'm like, yeah, oh, jeez. Oh, it's good though. It's good to be present. It's good to be present. All right. Next up we have Vanessa. Vanessa in the chat. Vanessa in the chat. We're going to do a little energy activation for Vanessa. I spelled the word uncertain so insanely. UNCERTERAIN. No way is that how it's spelled. Uncertain. You're welcome, Allison. So glad you came in. So glad that we could work on that with you and just motivate you. You already know what you're meant to do. Whew, I really am. It felt good to like really release and unscrew the hips of tension because I'm feeling that too, which is really, really nice. All right, let's get into Vanessa's. Make sure you're drinking water in between these sessions, but during these sessions as well. Make sure you're connecting to yourself when we are moving through these sessions, because sometimes we can get connected in with the other person. We can get connected into the collective. Make sure you're always coming back to self. Who are you now? What are your feelings here? I'm finally drinking coffee. LOL. Hee hee. Not to influence you or anything. I see coffee as a medicine. Not everyone does. There's a lot of people in the spiritual community that says coffee is not good for you. But I use it as medicine. It is my ADHD meds. That's how I see it. I've been on all the meds, y'all. I've done the med thing. I've done the whole med train. I've been on some really high doses of things in my life. One of the greatest medicines that I can use, coffee. Like coffee that is made like from the coffee bean, ground up. You know, there's closer to earth, if you will. From the bean. Bean juice. All right, let me get my energy ready. We'll get into Vanessa's. Sunu Rama Sunkukuash Kananai. Vivance for the first time has been life changing for me. I love that for you, Bethany. I love that for you. I love your morning coffee. I love that. All right. Vanessa, put her in the chat when you're ready. We'll get started, love. Su antia ramos sunukwash kunukwa itia mamukwa makikia nask untukwa ramasu. Ishunukwa ramatia kai ishkunukwa arama mpukwa akikia. Nisunukwa ramasundukwa. If anyone is new to this language, this is light language, the soul language, from my soul to your soul. Vanessa, put a heart in the chat when you're ready, love. I might not have seen it. There it is. Hand on heart, hand on belly. Let's take 3 deep breaths in together. Take a deep breath in. lots of emotions, love. Feel them all out. It's okay. First, before I even tuned in or like breathed with you, I saw a lion pretty strong in my third eye. Like really big lion head, lots of strength coming forward for you, lots of strength being gifted and wrapped around you. When we started breathing in together, I saw a medicine woman above you and above your head, and she was like blessing your crown. There was some beautiful oil and roses and beautiful, she was braiding your hair in many different ways, and she was like braiding it ceremonially. So there was like some small braids and then some big braids wrapped into one to create this beautiful ceremonial hair. That feels very specific, but it's necessary. They're wanting you to take care of your hair and understand the majesty and the beauty of your presence. Do not allow others' perceptions of you to not allow you to see your full beauty, your full essence. So this medicine woman was kind of above your head, and I saw you just sitting there like kind of crying as she was brushing through your hair and braiding your hair with deep love, intertwining the love into every strand of your hair, and allowing that love to soak into your crown, to soak into your body, and just allow that to soak deeply, moving down with gravity, allowing that love to just infiltrate in every cell of your body as you're being cared for here. I want you to also kind of tune into that feeling of people playing with your hair or touching kind of the back parts of your neck. And even if you want to touch the back part of your neck here, to feel that sensitivity of the hair, the sensation of the hair being very relevant. They want to just keep bringing you back to your beauty, and how your essence is meant to be seen and is meant to be humbling, is what I'm hearing. Your experience humbles others, and it allows others to doubt their own beliefs. And because you are so strong in what you believe in, others will doubt. And while you're experiencing the other end of that doubt, oftentimes you'll accidentally hold on to their doubt that they're feeling in their body. I want you to notice right now any doubt that might not be yours. And I want you to shake it off. Shake it off like a dog is what I'm hearing, like a dog. And this is Hecate coming in and being like, shake that off. I'm also seeing Kali Ma. I'm also seeing Lilith. I'm also seeing Mary Magdalene. I'm also seeing Mother Mary. Mainly, again, divine medicine woman is here with you, holding like deep strength. She's also kind of starting to massage your shoulders from time to time, just allowing you to fully relax into your deep knowing of who you are. All of these women have experienced something very similar to you, where their truth was very triggering to others around them. They had such strong divinity, such strong connection to God, that others doubted their relationship with God because of it. And in that doubt, you have to release what is theirs, because you know who you are. You know your relationship to God. You know your strength. You know that you're a healer. And of course, you're also human. Of course, you're also experiencing the highs and the lows, the waves of emotion, and that's okay too. In this moment that you're experiencing a little bit of uncertainty or a little bit of doubt, allow yourself to learn from this moment, to be a pushback moment for you to shoot forward. A lot of times when people question our faith or people question our abilities, it is often for us to know truly who we are. This is you being strengthened. If you can allow the people closest to you to see you in your fullness and to still be strong in that fullness, nothing else in the world is going to matter. Like the perceptions of other people in your life aren't going to matter. You are called to be seen. And this is just a part of your transition. This is just a part of your initiation into being seen by the world, to be a worldwide healer, to be a worldwide teacher, to be a guide of ceremony, to be a guide of remembrance, to bring the earth back into its sacred and rightful place. Connection with the land, connection with our heart, connection with our emotions. You're called. into that position to guide many. Release the doubt that others might have placed upon you, or that others are experiencing around you through your initiation near them. Bringing more light down to your crown. Feeling the medicine woman again, just feeling into your hair, rubbing on your neck and your shoulders and releasing any tension. Oftentimes in our shoulders, we're holding on to baggage of other people, but it's not ours. Notice your shoulders here. Notice your neck. Let go of any tension. Hello, welcome in, Luna. And releasing any doubt all the way down the spine. All the way down through the hips. All the way down through the legs. Down through the calves. And down through the feet. Release. Release out the top of your head. Any doubt that doesn't serve you. Release any energy that is not yours. I want you to feel, they're showing me the color black. I want you to feel other people's energy in your field. Partner, family, friends, all of that. Feel them, the color black. I want you to see your color as white or yellow or blue, whatever you want. I want you to see that black energy starting to slowly drift out of your field. Doesn't matter. Their perception of you is not truth. It is a distortion through their own lens. Your truth is your truth. No one can tell you what your truth is. Feel that releasing. Feel that letting go. And feel all of your ancestors and your guides here. Pulling in. Yeah, I felt that. So much energy on my shoulders. I felt that. I want you to feel your ancestors and your guides pulling in all of this truth, this light coming into you. As I'm still going to be releasing the old energy. Feel that pooling of light all the way through. I am hearing stretching. So I know you do a lot of quick movements, but I am hearing stretching is going to be really important for you. At least just today. Slowing down with your movement. Learning to take care of your body in a way that feels patient. Yeah, it's opening up here in the solar a bit more. I want you to open up that solar. I want you to see that black energy coming out. That's not yours to hold on to. It feels like you were like holding on to other people's doubts and you were like keeping it really closed off in the solar plexus because it's as if you didn't want to see it yourself. Yeah, I agree. You do need to stretch your back and shoulders. And you were like, I don't really want to see this, so I'm just going to tuck it away. And now we got to open that up because it's like, oh, you're now holding on to it more than you think that you're helping. Yeah, we got to just let that go. It's not for you. It's not for you. Ugh. That doubt, that judgment, it's not yours. It's not for you. That's not your truth. Let it go. What this is going to do is I'll also stabilize your field with balance. Because if we're filling our solar plexus with other people's doubts and ideas of us, that's where we can get into some nausea or some dizziness. That's where we can get into unbalance, feeling like we can't stabilize our body. Because we're trying to hold on to everyone else's balance. It's not about anyone else, it's about you. What is your relationship with yourself? Getting a lot of feelings. Because there's still a lot of releasing coming out through the solar. And again, I want you to feel your guides coming in, bringing that light all the way through, penetrating it deep into the solar plexus. And now I want you to beam out some beautiful white light out of your solar and allow that to wrap around your field, almost like a halo of white light, and just keep that flowing. That is an energetic protective boundary built out of crystalline light rather than built out of fear. I don't need your truth. I can listen to your truth, but it doesn't need to be mine. That's that energetic white light boundary around you. Your truth can be your truth. I respect you for that. My truth can be my truth, and I deeply respect myself for that. Going down a bit into the womb. Remind me, are you on your cycle? Because I am feeling cramping. But cramping also can signify changes in our future vision, changes in who we're becoming, and releasing out the old expectations of how we want to be people-pleasing. Was but not today. Okay. So releasing out people-pleasing is what I'm feeling out of the sacral chakra. Down into the hips, or down into the root chakra, really opening up the root. Safety. You are safe to experience all of you in your home, in your body, in your presence. The divine spirit of the living God constantly moves through you, through every breath, through every connection to self. Other people's experience with God does not need to be yours. You do not need to doubt. Doubt can be a lesson, but it doesn't need to be your standard. Feel that moving through the solar and the sacral. Let it go. Down through the root. You are safe. Down through the hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, pushing down into the earth. Digging in with your roots deeper and 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 deeper. Feel the flush of light that wants to come through you now. The flush of light that is filling any of those spaces that the darkness was held. Feel the light coming in and massaging your shoulders, massaging your back. Feel the light coming in and filling your solar with light. Feel the light coming in and softening the sacral chakra, the divine innocence within you. Feel that light going all the way down through your hips, feeling the safety, feeling it moving down through your hips, thighs, knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, down into the earth, grounding in. Visualize that light extending all the way through your foundational roots, deeper and deeper, wider and wider, stronger and stronger. Let your impact be known, let yourself be seen, because the world needs to see the impact that you are making. Go down into the crystalline core, wrap your roots around the core, and send this energy out into the collective consciousness as we all shift together, as we all heal through this energy and all are influenced by your inner truth. Bringing up this energy all the way back up through your roots, feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, root, sacral. Really work on stretching your hips as well. So stretching your shoulders and your hips. Hips going through your root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown all the way up into the heavens, allowing this to be your truth if it feels right to you. And bringing this energy all the way back down and around you, and so it is. Releasing out any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it flow. Letting it go, letting it flow. Letting it go, letting it flow. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I see you. I love you. I honor you. Bringing golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected. Bringing abundance all the way through you and into the collective consciousness field as we all shift together. Take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. My energy is mine. And so it is. And so it is. There you go, beautiful soul. Let me know how you're feeling. Good. I'm so glad, love. That makes me happy. Whoo, girl, you gotta know your power. No doubt around here. No doubt around here. I'm very grateful to help connect with you and move some energy for you, love. All right, next up we have Astrid and then Sophie. Oh, let me complete this order on here real quick. I also want to say thank you to Katie for sending in a donation on Monday. I do appreciate you dearly, love. Would love to hear from him. You are welcome. Yeah. Have you 1 minute, please wait. Okay, excellent. I'll wait. Sue. Hello, welcome in. Can I do a past pet reading? Yeah. I'm not sure why I wouldn't be able to. Yeah. I think I've done one before. I think I've done a couple of them before, actually. Sometimes I forget all that I do. A lot of times it's just experimentation, but it works. So yeah, you could always book a pet reading. We could do that either recorded or live, but today my list is closed. But if you book for a recorded session for a pet reading tomorrow, I could record it and send it. For sure, for sure, for sure. Astrid, do you want us to do the other person first, or is it just going to be a minute? Either way, fine with whatever. Excellent. It just says intuitive. Let me know if there is anything specific that you do want to work on today. If not, we'll just tune in. Ooh, 4 weeks. Wow. Seems like it's so weird how time works, isn't it? It's so weird. All right. Let's get this energy started. I'm going to get my energy ready, and then we'll get into Astrid's session. That time went by so fast. I know, isn't that wild? All right, Astrid, put a heart in the chat when you're ready and we'll get started. Again, anyone in here, you guys can receive the secondary energy codes of all of these healings. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Wait a second. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. 5, 6, 7, 8. Something's not clicking here. Something isn't mathing. Math isn't mathing. If that was 45, that would be 0. Why is this not? Okay. What? This doesn't feel right. I'm kidding. Why am I glitching so hard? $43 or 44 now plus 15. Let me do 44. Let me see if that changes things for me. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I added an extra 0. Okay, there we go. Oh gosh. All right, we got it. Asher put a heart in the chat. Perfect. Put a hand in your heart. Put a hand in your belly. Let's take 3 deep breaths in together. Take a deep breath in. Okay. For some reason I heard dragon blood. I love that. The first thing I saw was a little elf. And then I saw a thrones angel, and I might look up a picture for you. And then I saw the Wheel of Fortune card. And then there was something else. But I don't remember it. I'll show you the angel that I saw that connected. It's kind of a creepy looking angel. Not creepy, but it's very divinely present. And it's called a throne. That is what I saw in my mind's eye. Deep seeing. Sight from all directions. Sight from time, space, and dimension. That's an energy that is here with your field right now. And I'm seeing it kind of above you as you're standing in this like forest and you're connecting with these elves. This is the energy that I see behind you. You're connecting as a bridge between heaven and earth. You are here to bring the angelic messaging into the physical plane. You are very much a part of the inner earth collective, or the mystical realm collective, but you're here in the human form. And so as you're here as the human form, again, you're here to be a bridge, a stepping stone, which we've talked about many times for you, a stepping stone of higher wisdom into the lower realms, and a stepping stone of the lower realm wisdom, like inner earth and the mysteries of the earth, connecting up into humanity. You're a beautiful connective bridge here, and I want to feel your channel as we bring more light down through the crown, third eye, throat, heart. Something in the heart here. Sharing this with more people, being more open to others perceiving you is necessary. The exposing is happening through us. We are the disclosure. We are the exposing. We are the ones that are physically here to represent the other realms of consciousness that exist on this planet. You are here to open up that consciousness deeper in your field, to be seen more, to not just be a shadow in this world, to be unseen, but rather to be glowing. Oof. Good heart opener. I'm seeing red ribbon being wrapped around your heart chakra here. Okay, let's go down, take a deep breath in. Down into the solar. The sacral. In the sacral, I see a lot of angel wings, so I see a seraphim energy here. Really physically embodying that divine innocence that we were talking about in the first session. Fully feeling that angelic core, that angelic connection to you. Understanding your multidimensional nature, of remembering many different realms that you've been in and have navigated through. Many different training grounds that you have worked in. One of those being in the higher realms of the angelic plane. Keep moving this energy. I'm seeing these wings just spinning. Very angelic activation here today. Grounding down into the root chakra, opening this up deeper. The root chakra has a little bit of control that needs to be released. I'm even feeling like I really want to open up my hips into like crisscross. The hips want to be opened. Kind of moving my hips, circular motion, to activate the grounded Kundalini energy from your root up your spine. Seraphim, Nephilim, interesting. Nephilim came to the forefront here. Interesting. The fallen angel archetype. Why is that coming forward? They're saying something about a neutral perspective on the Nephilim. This is something I'm going to sit with after this, because it feels like this information isn't meant for everyone. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So again, I'm seeing this angelic presence here above your crown, and an angelic presence here in your womb, as the womb is the creative portal. You're here to create more angelic experiences for the collective. Through yourself. Through your connection to deep purity within you. Opening your channel even deeper. I'm seeing a very strong third eye. Connection to the great I am. I'm seeing rings of fire around your field that are very protective of your divine innocence. I'm also seeing fruit. Fruit is a very highly electric energy that can help us stay connected to earth, but still be charged. Again, feeling into your root chakra, allowing it to open a bit more here. Cracking it open like a pistachio nut. Yeah, they're really just wanting you to be like this vessel of bringing a lot of light in. They're also showing you as like a water slide, like sliding this light into reality effortlessly, easily. It isn't meant to be a burden to be deeply involved in light. It is meant to be liberating, effortless, and easeful, built on brilliance, innocence, and divinity, wrapped in peace and tranquility, ease and fulfillment in all of your chakras, in all of your meridian points. There is deep light filling into all of your body at this time. Feel your presence elevating into higher light as you continue to release the old paradigm through your physical expression, releasing the old programming through your physical form, letting go of any tension. Fully be present with your breath as you are an anchor point of the awakening. Take deep and great responsibility of that knowing. Just massaging out your field as you sink into a beautiful day of reverence and reflection. Focus on those lower 3 chakras today. Mainly the solar plexus and the root are ones that I'd suggest you kind of really focus in on to release old energy here. There's a deeper liberation of confidence that wants to be felt deeper in your field. It's a matter of you giving permission. Trust your body. You have a very clear channel. You have a very, very clear channel. Again, coming down to the root here real quick. I want you to really feel into those roots extending from your hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, down into the earth. Grounding, visualize those roots deeper and deeper and deeper. I'm seeing you even potentially eating something with mushrooms today, or something that's red. Being very grounded with your energy is going to be really, really good today. Even eating chocolate could be good today. Ground that through the hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, down into the earth, grounding down. Through the earth. I'm drinking my chai tea this grand rising. I love that. Deepen those roots. I want you to see those roots starting to really kind of spiral into the earth so that they're gripping more onto reality. They're gripping more onto the physical presence. Because the more and more and more that you are present in the physical reality, the more that you are stationing your light in the now moment, the more that the veil is ripping open, that you're creating the ripening. Drinking a cocoa or a cacao from Bali later, yes, that's such a good idea. All right, bring those roots deeper and bring your roots wrapping them around the crystalline core here. Feel your connection with Gaia, feel your connection with Earth, feel your beautiful light beam. Again, you're just already a really clear channel. All the way down to the crystalline core, emulating this beautiful light all the way out through the earth, through the field, through the universe. Bring this light back up to your roots. Feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown all the way up into the heavens. Allowing this to be your truth if it feels right to you. And bringing this energy all the way back down and around you. And so it is. And so it is. Releasing out any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it flow. Letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I see you, I love you, I honor you. Bringing golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected. Bringing abundance all the way through you and into the collective consciousness field as we all shift together. Take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. My energy is mine. And so it is. And so it is. There you go, beautiful soul. Good day, beautiful. How are you? All right, there you go, Astrid. Thank you for letting us tune into your beautiful channel. It's always just brilliant. All right, next up, last one for today, we have Sophie. You're so welcome. We have Sophie. Do we still have Sophie in here? I know it's a long wait from start to finish if you're the last one on the list, but sending you all so much love as we tune into this last one. Hello, beautiful. Excellent, love. I'll definitely tune in with this with you. I might stretch out my legs before we get started with this next one because I'm feeling some energy in the back of my thighs. Yay, I'm excited. I actually might use the bathroom. Okay. I'm excited to see what we get from this message, Sophie. So again, stick around for this last healing. We're going to be tuning into a lot of different things here, a lot of exciting things. So give me just a second. I'm going to go use the bathroom and we'll be right back. All right, we're back. Ooh, y'all, gosh, I am. Whew, I got some things to deal with in my own heart, y'all. Jeez, okay. All right, let's tune into this one. We're going to be tuning into some connections to panic attacks at night, creativity, irregular eating, and just anything really that spirit brings up in this session. Let me get my energy ready. Let me get some water. Clearing out my channel. I can't wait to talk to y'all in the collective. So stick around for the end. Good. Good. All right, Sophie. Put a heart in the chat when you're ready. We'll get started, love. Hand on heart, hand on belly. Let's take 3 deep breaths in together. Take a deep breath in. Okay, this makes a lot of sense. What I'm feeling is that you are, again, correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, just take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm feeling that you're consuming more than you're creating. And by doing that, you have all of these things that you're consuming throughout the day, all of these things that you're learning, all of these things that you're stimulated by constantly. And when you start to settle down for rest, you're like, now I have to integrate all of this stuff. Now I have to process everything that I just learned, because when we get into that wavelength, I don't know if it's theta or beta or something, we get into that wavelength where it's now our time to process or to think about our day or to process all the information that we learned, to compile it into different files of our mind. And so because you're learning so much, there's almost this psychic clutter. This is a word I've been kind of speaking about recently, because there's so much information coming into the collective through solar flares, through consciousness shifting, through the exposing, through so many different things. We're learning so much information, whether subconsciously or consciously. You genuinely need to set aside time for you to connect with stillness before the end of the night. Maybe it is right before bed, you sit on a little meditation pillow and you sit in silence and you allow yourself to process everything. Give yourself the opportunity to let some of those emotions out. And then when you go and lay into bed, there is more stillness as you are allowing yourself to relax. That's the first thing that's coming forward here, is the need to come into stillness throughout the day, to connect with integrating the information that you're learning. You're also a very sensitive being. So you're going to be integrating a lot of things that the collective consciousness is learning. Again, it might not just be consuming physically, it might just be subconsciously, but all of it is very, very necessary for you to sit with yourself. There's also what I'm feeling in your field is actually some emotions that really want to come forward. And throughout the day, when you're like, I don't want to feel that emotion, your body is like telling you, I need something. What you're needing is stillness, but you're like, oh, let me turn to something else. Something outside of me is what I need. That must be it. Because that's what I've been told. That's what I've been taught. That's what I've been trained in through my body. But in a lot of times, it's actually us telling, hey, I need you to be here for me. I need you to be here for yourself. I need you to sit in silence and connect with your inner flame, with your inner light. That can be a great way to help you release out end of the day stress, is to schedule a time for you to connect with yourself. And again, it goes into that conversation of creativity and why that might have resonated with you in the morning when I was first talking about it, is because creativity is the way that we can express all of the things that we're integrating. When we are having maybe frustration, or when maybe we have a lot of these emotions, creativity is the way that we can physically express it outwards to us, so we can validate it, we can see it, and we can move on. We can learn the lesson from that thing. So creativity can be very, very important. And again, it doesn't have to be painting anything. It doesn't have to be something big. It can simply be singing, humming. It can be talking to yourself while you're in meditation. It can be connecting with your body as you're moving in meditation. That's a form of expression. All of these things are very, very necessary for you to come into a regulated nervous system during this transition. And as I'm talking about regulated nervous system, we can then talk about your irregular eating habits. Irregularity in eating is kind of common right now as we're transitioning our habits and our eating habits, but our bodies do really enjoy structure. So if we're not giving our body structure to handle all of the information that we're receiving, it's going to feel very chaotic on the inside. It's going to feel like there is a lack of a lot of different things. We want to give your body all the things that it needs in life. So it doesn't have to be the same amount of eating as you were doing before, but structure can be helpful for your body to know that you're getting the nutrients that you need, to know that you're taking care of yourself cyclically. Okay, so that's something that you might be called into. And another way of creativity is using food as your creative platform. Cooking is art. If you see it that way, it allows us to really express ourselves through the food that we're eating. And that can help us express our emotions. So there's so many different ways that this can combine here. But that's what I'll say to that. I want to ask you specifically, what type of symptoms do you get with these little panic attacks before bed? Is it like vibrating your body? Just what type of symptoms? I'm going to bring some more light in. It is also 12:12 here on the clock. Confirmation. Opening up the crown. Opening up the third eye. Opening up the throat. Opening up the heart. The heart here is a little, we want to open this up. It's a little closed off. There's fear in being open. So let me know, Sophie, if you're still here, what symptoms you might be experiencing in those kind of panic attacks here. Intense worry, like I haven't done enough. I will continue to not do enough even in the future. Okay, so that very much goes in alignment with what I was talking about of consumption. This happens when we consume and it's out of balance. When we're consuming more than we're creating, is we have this inner doom that says, I didn't do enough today. That is definitely your call to start creating. That is definitely your call to start expressing yourself without needing consumption, is the best way I can say it. And of course, it's all about balance, right? We're still probably going to consume, but it's just not the only thing that we're doing in the day. We're focusing on self during the day as well. What are things, this is what I'm hearing is developing hobbies, developing more structure, developing routine. All of these things are coming into your field because when you have routine in your day, you can fit in time for different things that you can do for yourself. You can fit in time to work on a project that you want. You can fit in time to work on learning a new instrument. You can fit in time to meditate. When you have more structure in your day, you're actually giving yourself more time, because we're not just feeling into those lull moments of, oh, I have an hour break, so I'm just going to go onto my phone. If we have an hour break, maybe we have a little bit of time on our phone, but we also have a little bit of time to create in that time. That's a beautiful opportunity for us to connect to self. And I'm telling you, that panic of not being enough or not doing enough is going to slowly go away, because you're going to start to feel fulfilled in yourself. And again, it could just be baking, it could be cooking, but structure is going to be really important for you specifically in your field. This is something this is your homework. Find structure. Find a routine. Find a ritual. Even rituals in itself will help bring more purpose into your day. Okay, I did all of these things in the morning to help connect me to my sovereign state. That in itself is going to feel fulfilled. I lit some incense. I stirred in love into my coffee. Those things, so small, so simple, and yet they bring purpose into reality. That purpose is going to feel overwhelming once you really get it down. You're going to feel so empowered by yourself. It's just a matter of getting there. Now is those baby steps to learn, what does it look like to actually live by purpose, rather than to live for the expectations of others, or to live by society standards. Okay, we're opening more of your field, going down to the solar plexus. There is this need to trust yourself. There is this need to be confident in yourself, to believe that you are worthy of receiving a life that is beautiful. You are worthy of receiving a life that is fulfilling. You are worthy of receiving a life that is romanticized in every moment. Let every action be a ritual, yes. In every moment, there is beautiful bliss. In every corner of your room, there is bliss that wants to be experienced in you. It's just a matter of taking that time to see it and witness it and be engulfed in it. Everything in life can be held with reverence. Going down to the womb. And again, this womb is the space where that inner child knows that they have purpose. That inner child knows why they're here on this earth. It's just a matter now of matching yourself up with the divine inner child's purpose. And that's to experience bliss. That's to experience expression. That's to experience life. That's to create. Your divine inner child was created to create. Give your inner child that permission to do so in this lifetime. Good. Down through the womb, opening up deeper. Down through the root chakra, opening up deeper. One thing at a time. Bringing this energy of deep fulfillment in your life down through your body, down through your hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles and feet, pushing down into the earth, grounding down, grounding through your roots into the earth, planting this deep knowing of divine action forward in your life, planting it through your foundation, starting to create more, and allowing that creativity to manifest through your body in a very healing way. Down through the earth, all the way down to the crystalline core. Wrapping your roots around the core. Sending this energy out and through the collective consciousness field as we all shift together. Feel this beam of light coming through you. All the way into the earth. Bringing this beautiful energy up through your roots. Your feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, all the way up to the heavens, allowing this to be your truth if it feels right to you, and bringing this energy all the way back down and around you. And so it is. Beautiful. Releasing out any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow. Oof. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out. Appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I see you, I love you, I honor you. Bringing golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected. Embracing the beauty of who you are and honoring your soul journey. Take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. My energy is mine. And so it is. And so it is. There you go, beautiful soul. 12:21 as we end. So over here on YouTube, I am gonna end this live, and then just on TikTok, we're gonna do a little bit more of collective sessions. So thank you on YouTube for watching. I appreciate y'all. Bye.